That won't protect you during this storm. If a bolt of lightning gets anywhere near that tree, getting wet will be the least of your worries. And that cloak doesn't seem to be doing you any favors either. You're already in my church's graveyard. Why not enter the building itself? Please, I insist. I don't get many visitors when church isn't in session, and this door is open for all, regardless of beliefs, race, or species. Just dry yourself on that mat, and take a seat anywhere you'd like. I'll prepare some warm water for you. Here, I'll be staying overnight for desk work. You can take refuge from the rain for however long you need. So you've finally taken notice of my tail. Must be unnerving. There aren't many like me in this area, and a priestess with scales is practically unheard of. I should introduce myself. You can call me High Priestess Samael. Not the name I was given, but the one I was guided toward. I am a serpent chimera. And you? Ah, a human in my church. We don't usually see your kind around here. And we still won't for a while. I saw the tail sway. You may take off that cloak. You're in chimeric presence. There's no reason to hide the features you were given at birth. Those ears and that tail. A feline chimera, then. How interesting. There aren't many like you around here either. Canines, corvids, rodents. I've even seen some insects, but only 1 or 2 felines. You must have had a long journey to come here. The story's length does not matter. What matters is what brought you to my sanctuary. Random? I never liked that word. Random. I believe every coin lands the way it does for a reason. I believe every stone is where it is for a reason. I believe you came here for a reason, whether you know it or not. So, tell me, what were you running away from before the rain started? I see. A problem with the humans, then. Or at least humans who believe they are above humanity. You don't need to go into any more detail if you don't want to. I think you should be honored, though. The rain out there is just for you. If it never rained, you wouldn't have found my shelter, my safety, my sanctuary. You'd be left wandering an isolated path of sorrow. But it rained, and you ran, and you're here now, in a place that welcomes you, just as it welcomes any to worship. That's its will, its way of letting you live the existence it gifted to you. You're asking me who? You're in its church. Can you hear it? Swishing and spiraling under the earth. pulsating from its core. The angel of fate. Forgive me, that's not the name you know it as. Perhaps you've heard of the asteroid. Your eyes look just like mine when they're interested in something. A sermon, then, just for you. Long ago, there were no chimeras. There were only humans and the animals they shared the earth with, our ancestors. Humanity's hubris against fate had threatened Earth. Their machines lowered populations. Their rulers refused to care. And so, as a way to restore balance to the Earth, fate deployed its greatest trick. An orb of unfathomable mass, made of the very energy of fate, collided with the Earth. It toppled all order and burned the laws of the land, but it healed the forests. It purified the oceans and cooled the earth. Its last gift was to enlighten the animals, once abused by humanity. They were unfairly treated. They deserved the same mind and arms humanity had used to conquer the earth. They deserved the power to speak for themselves. And so, the first generation of the new era ascended into what we call chimeras. Praise be to the angel of fate for orchestrating our enlightenment. Let us use the gifts it bestowed upon us to keep this land safe. Praise to fate. This is when you'd say praise to fate back. Very good. That angel still resides under the earth. Hundreds of years later, it's deep within the core, guiding us one step at a time to where we are needed. It was fate which brought me to this church as a child. Fate which moved these words and teachings into my ear. And fate which guided lost souls here. Tell me, what makes your soul lost? You mentioned humans, but is there more than just that? You can tell me. Fate gave you a human mouth for a reason. I sense it. I see it in your sad eyes. I see it on the wet mud on that cloak, and the unkempt hair on your head, in the way you came here, and the way that you listened, yet felt unsure throughout the entire sermon. You are alone. If I am wrong, then I am wrong, and I apologize. Maybe I see myself in those pointed eyes, which round and retract. My own loneliness. Yes, I am. I am not old by most standards, but many see me as a mother, a teacher, a mentor, but not a friend. They think I live in this church, too attached to fate and my work to want any pleasantries. And that's the people that like me. Even when they come to worship, some are hesitant to engage with me at all. I'm a chimera, but I'm not like them. I have no other set of ears. I have no legs. I hiss during conversation. I have fangs unlike theirs. I am mistrustful, a snake. I suppose it can't be helped. Funny, isn't it? In the old world, your ancestor would likely stumble across mine in a garden, bite down, and shake them like any common prey. Yet, I'm the danger. But if that's how fate chooses for them to see me, then that is its will. Tell me, how has fate made you look to others? Do they see you as cute? Do they see you as terrifying? What do people say about you when they see those ears and that tail? Would you like to know what I see? I see someone in desperate need of guidance for a place in life. Maybe that will finally bring comfort in a life fate has not been kind to. It doesn't matter if I'm correct. It matters if you believe I'm correct. So, do you? I see. Well, if you want to be comforted somewhere, I could help you. I've caught you looking at my scales. I've caught myself looking at your ears. Perhaps we could trade. Trade like this. Do you like this feeling? A feeling of scales tightening around your body. I read it's what the first serpent chimeras did to those who dared to disturb them, or those that they liked. If you want me to let go, I'll let go. But if you'd like me to continue, I ask to feel your ears. They interest me. Interesting. Your hair is soft, but your ears are much softer. They aren't made of the same material, much like my tail isn't my waist. Fascinating. I can feel your tail moving in these coils, and it feels very similar. Oh, it seems you like that. Do you want me to touch these ears more? I'll keep my hands on them then. You just stay in my coils. So this is why fate brought us together. So I could feel what it's like to care about someone the way a priestess shouldn't. Why else would fate plan a rainstorm on a place like this? Why else would you be hiding in my graveyard? This is why we have human hands and human language, so we can find connections impossible for our ancestors. Not a day goes by that I don't thank the angel of fate for that. The rain won't stop for a while. Stay here. Stay here even after it stops. Stay right in my coils. Stay where fate wanted you to be.